Morning Muyombia Max Chigoze Stanley Kamukama Godwin Louis Hussein Munyantwali and Starch Events. I hope you guys are doing very well. Today is a Monday. How we get on the scenario? It's 10th March, 10 days into March. Quarter no tujimalako. Remember, every quarter is 3 months. So we did Jan, Feb, and we are finishing March very soon. I hope that your 2025 goals ozikuteko ozitambuza, yeah? And I hope you're doing well, you're keeping healthy. I hope you're exercising and eating healthy. That's very important. I hope you're getting enough sleep. I hope you got enough sleep during the weekend. That's when you can make up for all the sleep you didn't get during the week. Today, I want us to talk about how we differentiate and what we should look out for in case we want to choose a car, either an SUV, a hatchback, or a sedan. Now, I want to differentiate what these cars are. The hatchback is that Subaru in front of us, that legacy there. Hatchback. Then Neo Paso is a hatchback. Yeah. Sienta is also a hatchback. That Touareg is an SUV. Yeah. Kaundo is an SUV. But also hatchback, but it's an SUV. SUV. The RAV4 is an SUV. Okay, all hatchbacks, zibane shape ya Vitz, zibanga Alex, Ranex, Fielder, but Fielder is also can also be taken to be an estate. Even that Subaru in front of us can be taken to be an estate. Yeah, so the estate is a mixture of a hatchback and a sedan, because it gives you the length that would come from a sedan while giving you the boot formation of a hatchback. So that Vitz is a hatchback. That Vitz has just crossed over. It's a hatchback. The Subaru Impreza has both a hatchback and a sedan versions. That Prado is an SUV. That's a Land Cruiser too. It's an SUV. The Wish is the Estate, which is a mixture of a hatchback and sedan. That IST is a hatchback. Yeah. That Alphard is a van. Nua is a van. That Mark II there is a sedan. The Camry is a sedan. The Mark X is a sedan. So I know you guys get the difference. The sedans have boots of a mica. You guys remember the cars we were doing in primary school. All sedans have those boots. The Primo, Yao, that one. That is a sedan. It's what we call the mica in Uganda. Sedan. What other car? Primo. Belta is a sedan. Kaka IST new model, that's a hatchback. Noah van. Then we have pickups obviously, and then that's the van, the Chikege. The Raktis is a hatchback. That's a Mark II Grand there, an engage HMM. That's a Yitaga Koda balancing, like a stabilizer battery. That the Mark II Grand is a sedan. Range Rover, Kia, those are SUVs. Land Cruiser, Range Rover 2, those are all SUVs. Now that's a sedan, Chibina. Alphard is a van. You guys get the difference now. Aigo, the Aigo, I have to see what the Aigo looks like. Now that's a sedan, a one-door sedan. Obajibaita coupe. Now you see that there is that looks like a Mercedes Benz. It looks like a Crown. That's a Crown. That's a Crown. That's a Crown. It's a hybrid Crown. I don't know why the person's driving windows down in a hybrid. That's a sedan. So I want us to understand the difference between sedan, SUV, and hatchback, and probably also estate, because estate is a mixture of a hatchback and a sedan. And then we also have vans. And then we also have pickups, single cabin pickups, double cabin pickups. I want to run today naenga enkube enkanga kanga. Nizo toka wenzi tukidanga ate weto nyanyo. But I want to run, especially now that I still can, because I know that it's going to rain too much in the time to come. Gasisora na kuduka. Hatchback, SUV, van, minivan, hatchback, SUV, van, SUV, hatchback, SUV, sedan, estate. Crown is the chief na Stanley. I'm going to be driving a Crown today. Hopefully by the end of the day I will have it. It all broadcast waiting and kubida nyinyo ngamanga ndona moroka yange kujivuga. For the people that don't know, if you're targeting to buy a Mark X, tell the people looking for the car to also look for a Crown. This car is in your chechimu, but the Crown is much more comfortable. Now, if I drive that Crown and Mama Aban likes it, she's getting a Crown. Because van, SUV, that's an Impreza, that's a hatchback. Although you guys already know there's a sedan version of the Impreza. The Morokija, that one that is coming, that's an estate. That's a Fielder. No. That's a sedan. That's an Axio. Axio. The difference. The hatchback is shorter than the estate. Yeah. The hatchback is normally it's also shorter than the sedan majority of the time. But they are extended hatchbacks in Munga Raktis. The Raktis is an extended version of a hatchback. That's a Chikumi Kumi, that's a sedan. Lumion and Probox is Iguawa. Those are hatchbacks also. The Probox is an estate though. The Probox is not a hatchback. The Probox is an estate. Now, guys, estate cars have extended boots. They are hatchbacks, but with the extended boots. Like if you open the boot of that Legacy there, you realize that it has a big boot. The same thing happens with the Mark X Zeo. The Mark X Zeo is the estate version of the Mark X. But what practice Kavera ya Mama Abani but nan crown system maker. Start practice ya Mama Abani ya Sarao. Ida yangambe jirete tujivuge mtu labe. Naye one thing I've realized omukyala wobanga omuvuga buli wamu n'amanyiira atuuka nga tayagala kuvuga. Mama Abani, I have to force her to drive. That's like a SUV, the Suzuki. Kluger is SUV. I'm going to tell you the key differences, guys. I'm going to tell you the key differences so that as you make your decision to buy what car, you know what you're looking for. Yeah. Prius is a hatchback, guys. Prius is a hatchback. Ukarabaka Alex, that's a hatchback. A hatchback mtanzo zitegera. Kategora ba difference Alex neno Subaru. Chomanya the estate cars. Neri Mercedes Benz C class. I would like to look at the C class. Estate version of C class. That's probably a C180 or a C200. That's a compressor, by the way. That's a compressor. I just want you guys to look at it. This is a S240 AMG. So this is that. That's an estate. Estate. That's an estate. Now, the difference between estates and the difference between the estate and the hatchback is the estate is longer. It gives you bigger boot space. That's another crown there. Or take it the difference. And sometimes the estate will give you extra seats behind. What's the difference between SUV and station wagon? Station wagon is the estate. Station wagon is an estate. Station wagon is estate. Now, in the US, Vajita station wagon. In the UK, Vajita estate. You get what I'm saying? Okay, in Europe, they call it estate. In the US, they call it station wagon. There are some big station wagons that almost look like SUVs. But it's really full SUVs. And then, of course, there are mini SUVs and full SUVs. Kanujasanga Subaru. Subaru ngeri jeturabi no. The Legacy we saw. Now in the US they call it a station wagon because it's an estate. Yaka cut of fula emoroka ya estate performance car igina performing most and most of the estate cars you see the Ipsum. The Ipsum is an estate. Ipsum is estate. You see most of the estate vehicles, people that drive estate vehicles are normally farmers, they are traders, because they want extended boot space. So I've also seen people in construction buying estates, yeah? Now, we are going to categorize the estate in the same, we are going to put estates in the same category as sedans. Because normally, sedans and estates have the same engine capacity. Sometimes they also have the same gearboxes. An example is the Fielder and the Primo. You'll find them having the same engine, same gearbox. And of course, there are some hatchbacks that also take the same engine and gearbox. But most of the time, the hatchbacks will either change the gearbox or the engine. So we are comparing the Primo and the Fielder. You find the Fielder with a 1NZ engine and the same gearbox with the Primo. Yeah? Now, what should you be looking for when you're buying? Most of the and by the way, most of the cool cars are hatchbacks. Is abavubuka. Guys, double tap the screen to give us likes. Start your question. Sigitegedde bulungi. Every car that looks like a loaf of bread is a station wagon. Every car that looks like a loaf of bread here in Uganda, because we were colonized by Britain, we call it the estate. So the Subaru Forester is actually an estate. Now guys buying Subaru Foresters thinking they are SUVs. Kapias car. But that's a Prius. That's a station wagon or estate. The Spacio is a station wagon or estate. Probox. So what are we looking for when we buy these cars? Number one, I'd like to put it to you, SUVs were not built for comfort. The car that was built and still is built for comfort is what we call the sedan. My car. My cars are some of the most comfortable cars. Okay? Now, it means if you're looking for comfort, yeah, you're looking for prestige, you're looking for ease of maintenance, and in some cases, good fuel efficiency, you should buy yourself a saloon or a sedan. Saloon or sedans will give you the most comfort if you're buying a car. That's why the Chivina is still praised for its comfort. Sedan, saloon vehicles are very comfortable. Mark II, Chikumi, Chikumi, Mark X, Crown. Those cars are comfortable. However, if you have been able to sit in cars like the Prius, like the Fielder and the Primo literally share spare parts, but the Primo is more comfortable than the Fielder, because it has to do with how the suspension is probably built. Like the people behind in a Primo, for example, the suspension is way behind. Suspension but when you sit in a Fielder, it's almost like you're seated on the suspension. And it's the same thing that happens with SUVs. SUVs are not comfortable. So if you're a kind of person that wants comfort, to those that SUVs are going to be comfortable. I think that's why I have a challenge with all the RAV4s. The Kauno is considerably comfortable, but you realize then it has a very weak suspension. It's one of the most comfortable SUVs that you guys can buy. The Kluger is not comfortable at all. The RAV4s are not comfortable at all. The Vanguard, not comfortable. You get, most of those SUVs are not comfortable at all. The Land Cruisers, I've never found them comfortable. I don't know how government officials continue to buy SUVs when you can buy very good sedans. Because they're not comfortable. So if you're looking for safety though, then the SUVs are the best bet. SUVs are safer. They give you a lot of ground clearance. That means Katolaba, where my character is, it's almost the same level as a border. So if I were to get involved in a crash with a border, probably a border crashes into my door here or a driver, he will be onto me. But if you were seated in that Land Cruiser and a border crashes into your door, they are below you. So you're safer. Even if it's just knocking another car, look at the level of the Ipsam and my Ractis. Whichever, I would definitely be affected. However, see, that's a Camry, same level as the Ipsam. However, if you were seated in a Land Cruiser or a Pajero, the height of your car will probably save you. If you were to hit a tree in a car like a Pajero or a Land Cruiser, you would definitely be safer because you have a lot of space between you and the car lip and the engine. You have a lot, and SUVs are normally built with stronger materials because they are heavy. That's why the fuel consumption of SUVs is higher. They need bigger engines than your normal cars. Katolaba, the Ractis is even higher than the Fielder. So a Fielder person would easily die in a serious crash than the person that's driving a Land Cruiser. With all the cover that comes with that Fielder, because the Fielder is definitely more comfortable than a Land Cruiser. Now, I know there are people that would not want to accept that. And normally they will tell you, yes, but still, your suspension is stiff. That's the thing that happens with SUVs. The suspension is stiff, bushes are stiff, so they are not comfortable. I find that actually, if you're looking for comfort, there are certain vans that are very, very comfortable, but most of those are not actually commercial vans. Like if you bought a Regius, the Regius is very comfortable, but it was not meant to do commercial work. The same thing happens with the Super Custom. Super Customs, reason why they disturbed people a lot was because they were making them do work they were not meant to do. Super Customs are, like you hear the name, it's a super custom. It's a custom-made van for comfort, for prestige, for enjoyment, and then people are using them for school vans. Distance, maintaining. Turbocharged vehicles need to be worked on regularly. You put the right oil and at good intervals. Yeah. Aramat Photography, good morning. Guys, double tap the screen. Every car which looks like okay. Arthur wants your advice, you could take a day. Arthur, what's the difference between them? Good morning, Richard Aikilu Yirika Isaac. The coupe is a sort of a sedan, but smaller. A smaller version of a sedan, a Sigala sedan. Council Patrick Asiku, yes. Starch, actually Kruger. The Toyota Kruger is actually a very strong vehicle. And it will also be in the same price range as a Prado TX. I think it is stronger than the Kawundo. And the Kruger is much more like easier to maintain than the Prado TX. It also, the consumption is also better than the TX. Yet it's much chikamure kirabika bulungi ate kiringa hybrid. So this person is enjoyment. But you know what, it needs to 2.5 liters. And most of the people that drive this it's actually dual VVTi. The consumption might not be that much. It might actually be giving that person 10 kilometers per liter, which is very something else. Yeah, like if you get 10 kilometers per liter out of a 2.5 liter vehicle, then wabawo kana akadukundu ka Benz okalabye nekandabikira bulungi nze nkavuga naye mama Benz. Maintenance of the Benz, the Benz maintenance is it can make you go broke. The Benz, but it's a good car, but no broking. So we have van, Noah, and then station wagon or estate in front, and then SUV here. So if you're looking for safety, buy yourself an SUV. Okay, yes, there are sedans that are safe, like the Volvos, like the Mercedes-Benz is considerably safer. But one of the reasons why people keep driving sedans ngane bazita batya limousines are ezisinga za sedan is because of the comfort. The comfort that comes with these cars cannot be found in those SUVs. As SUVs, most of the things that you guys thinking that it's comfortable, it's a mentality thing. It comes from your mind. You sit in that car and immediately you start feeling comfortable. You're not. Subaru's not comfortable at all. And that's why the comfortable Subarus are all sedans. The B4s, those are all sedans. It's very hard to find yourself a station wagon that is a Subaru uncomfortable. Teri yo, sijira banganako. Okuja konga, the comfort comes from the amenities that you have in your car and having nice seats. They have never really been comfortable. However, if you are looking for good fuel efficiency, you're going to want to buy a hatchback. Hatchbacks are very, very, very good on fuel. Toyota Alex. Yeah? Toyota Alex. Actually, the Sienta might be a station wagon. So Toyota Alex, Vitz, Paso, Impreza, Demio, Mazda, so most of the hatchbacks are very fuel efficient. And after hatchbacks, you'll find that estates or station wagons are also very, very fuel efficient. Because like I said, the station wagons are an amalgamation of a hatchback and a sedan or a saloon. So because they have a mixture, normally they adapt the engine of a hatchback. Why? Because they want to give you a mixture of space and comfort, while also giving you fuel efficiency. So fuel efficiency comes from the gearbox and the engine that comes from the hatchback. That's why you find that most of those hatchbacks are not engines are sedan. The Fielder having the engine that comes from like a Camry, you find that it's the higher trim. But if you find that it's the good, the basic trim of a sedan, of a station wagon, you'll find that it has a normal engine. For example, you find that the normal Subaru Forester has the 2-liter engine, which normally comes with all the B4s and all those other sedans, and it also comes in the Impreza. But when you find the higher trim of the Subaru Forester, it comes with the 2.5-liter EG25, or in the EL, E what? AMPABA, the 2.5-liter one. So you'll find that the 2.5-liter version of the any station wagon, or the bigger engine version of the station wagon, not only gives you performance, but it also gives you comfort. If you sat in a Fielder that is 2-liter, it will have better comfort than a Fielder that has 1.5-liter. However, what normally kills the comfort of those cars here in Uganda is the fact that when we start working on our cars, then we start putting the suspension system that is cheap. When you have just gotten it from the bone, it will be comfortable. And I've inspected some old newer SIs, and their comfort is basic. From the bone, the comfort is something else. Why? The newer SI comes with unique suspension, very comfortable shock absorbers. Now, when those shock absorbers die, the mechanic and you, the car owner, will want to put in the cheaper shock absorbers, which come with the newer X, the newer S. You get, those are basic shock absorbers. That will make your newer SI the newer SI will not be as comfortable as it should be. Now, then the question is going to be, Arthur Kakati the shock the newer SI. I have no idea. But all I know is that the suspension is different. You could go to, the problem now that we have is we don't have specialized shops. If you find a shop that is selling stuff, they are selling everything. And that's a bad thing. And then those guys that are trying to sell you shock absorbers will say they have a certain type of shock absorber that is good for off-road, blah, blah, blah. But off-road shock absorbers are not comfortable. I remember a couple of years, like that's around 2013, 2014, the mechanic I had at that time got shocks for racing cars. nazinguza nazigula emitwalo 15 pair. And when you put them in my car, the car was stiff because emmotoka ze Kampala zibavuga eza race but planning azivugira ku bikubo bya ttaka. Bwa planning azivugira ku bikubo bya ttaka, so they bring shock absorbers that have off-road capabilities that are really strong. Guys, double tap the screen and that makes them stiff. Ndi emmotoka gwenyi ekinyo kiwulira okitegeera tezifa tezimalaga faziba nungi but they are not meant for comfort. The shock absorbers that are meant to be in the Mark X are too comfy. Chovola Mark X ojita mchinya no ngese ya bwete ochitegera. So just know that SUVs have their own suspension which is not comfortable, has never been comfortable, but normally the amenities and SUVs from the past were not even meant for comfort. SUVs that tebazikoliranga comfort. You look at the Land Rovers, look at the Pajeros, bazikoliranga tugende off-road twetwale nti ye nga bagenda off-roading abetwala. That was something else. Charles Sebaduka, good morning. Kati Bugatti Lamborghini falling watch. Eze muru kanti kati mulimu coupe. I see SUVs called coupe. So coupe cuts across. Benz is Benz. Akiram, good morning. You are not yet a man till you drive 3-star badge. A man is a person that takes care of their home. That's a man. Once you start a family, take care of it. If you don't have a family, then it's okay. But a man is the person that takes care of their responsibility. At work, at home, and in the community, that's a man. What about the Ferrari? Atkati is coupe, ebera baby, katugambe baby sister ya Sedan. Ochitegera. Sienta is an MPV, multi-purpose vehicles. Yes, a multi-purpose vehicle is just a category. Ntine moro katujikoze kole emirimu gyonna. Ochitegera. Na in the basic shapes, there are basic shapes: SUV, estate, hatchback, saloon, or sedan. Kati ezo bwezivaayo ne wale okabagamba nti MPV. Ochitegera. Toyota Oppa is estate. I want to call it hatchback. Na another extended boot that comes in estate. You rarely talk Oppa Tezila because that's why I normally don't talk about them. ISIS are very good cars. ISIS are very good cars. They have a bigger engine. That's why they are more comfortable than the Wish. Which again, good morning. Na ye okwekozesa is the best thing in the world. Now other people are in jam wondering this young man who is driving on a Monday morning in armless shirt going to work in practice. Kwekozesa. No, some of us okwekozesa is not a choice. In my industry, oyina okutetenkanya olabenga weekozesa osobola okumalako. Industry yange bwoba toli very creative ofa obwavu fira ddala obwavu. So Stanley, for okwekozesa mu industry yaffe it's not an option but it's almost a necessity. Even the artists I work with, wadde bakola nange but they also like employ themselves somewhere else. After my Sienta has automatic gearbox and strong. Not all Sientas are weak. Those with CVT transmission are weak. Like in Mose, your Sienta with automatic baji chusa buchusa. I know fielders that have automatic gearboxes. Inga CVT yafa. Never jam gearbox ya CVT. Never take up automatic. So your Sienta might not actually be original automatic. Sienta zajira mu CVT. Ochitegera Sienta zajira mu CVT. But also if you are buying a Sienta, totia ne fielder. All those cars you can put an automatic gearbox, but then that takes away fuel efficiency. Sienta bojiteka automatic gearbox etani ko kunyo okusinga bwe yanyode. So bobola batenyo ate mu CVT yali bade tenywera ko ddala. That's the thing with the CVT gearbox. I think I've looked at Kawundo. It can deliver the dogs they are for. At most, I think not too much load. The stress shocks also nenjoga with children. Exactly. Kulugate joga nyo. Some Sientas from 2003 to 2015 have automatic transmission. of Toyota Fielder. Sitting in a Land Rover 110 is like sitting on a spongeless bench, but the Puma is quite comfy. Rama Charitable Organization, Asha say you are right, man. Is one who takes care of his business without fail. Anyone who wants to train, vaccinate, or buy a dog, I'm your guy. When we have the little white Maltese of our luxury, at Saturday, Kali. Let me show you the difference. Olabaka IS yako. That's a hatchback. Paso Seto Jiraba. That's a station wagon. The difference is Kariaka Muruka Kampi from the front to the rear. And on Pam whatever to Ekari, it's shorter. Like one front to the boot, from the bonnet, from the front bumper to the rear bumper. It's shorter. This might also considerably be a little, give you a little more ground clearance. Like at an panic. That's why it's like that. If you're looking for fuel efficiency, buy the IST. But under some circumstances, the IST will also give you very good efficiency. Nekatikali, ka hatchback, okakubida station wagon, is that the engine that normally is in the hatchback, ojisanga ngorumi ya ine station wagon. And if it's in a hatchback, then it gives you better efficiency, more power, and more fuel efficiency. Because for example, if you found a Valvematic engine, 1.8 liters, in the IST, and you found the same engine in a Fielder or in a Rumion, you realize that the IST will give you better fuel efficiency than the Rumion or the Fielder. Because this other car, the IST has a small body, and because it has a small body, it doesn't require a lot of power from the engine. It doesn't require a lot of power from the engine for the car to move. Chitegeza, again, saving amafuta. Actually, Fielder, also Fielder and the Rumion are heavier. Murad K Momo VIP, good morning. Viva Aliba, good morning. Avensis is more sedan. People don't like them, but they are very comfy. The Avensis ebedanga big sister wa Caldina. It's a very comfortable car. Almost ebedanga bolaba inemuruka bajita batya. Bajita enjogira ko nnyo wano. Bajita the name is coming and going. The name is coming and going. The problem with the Avensis is nobody wants it. So if you buy it, you're buying it on your own. If you buy the Avensis or Juguzenga Yabana Nabazukuru, otherwise again kusa because no one is ever looking for it. Kim Semanda, good morning. Paso Sete is a station wagon. Tains and Akuba van. Society chasing up practice is the extra boot that it gives it. But look at them. Practice society. You could give the practice extra seats mabega and you literally not feel the difference. Okay, let's concentrate a little. Double tap the screen, guys. You're 50. We have only 41 likes. It's necessary for everyone in this day and age of I know people that are employed and they're doing very well for themselves. The issue with Uganda right now is that we don't have job security at all. And out of the blue without justification. And you have nothing to do to somebody to college. So that's why people choose I know so many people lost their jobs in the lockdown and now they're in private. They are self-employed because they have no option. But Nenga, they would prefer to be employed somewhere. Being employed is easier. Like being employed, whether the company makes money or not, your salary will come. Which like last was terrible for us at our business, but my employees still have to get paid. Which but it was terrible. But they don't know. They don't want to know. Okay, they know, but they don't want to know. So they still have to get paid. No, so that's the thing with being a business owner or self-employed. A lot of trouble comes your way. That's why you find that a lot of people are complaining about their bosses not paying them. The space station wagon. Engineer Alex, which is a hatchback. But this one, now the 1.8 liter versions are the best. Mango oil. And even the suspension is different. Shock absorbers of a 1.8 liter Spacio are supposed to be different from the shocks of a 1.5 liter Spacio, but they don't know. The shocks of a newer X and the newer SI are different, but they put whatever they find. Jagala shokos are newer. Double tap the screen, guys. Anyway, pedestrians can have a lot of sense of importance. Mukube waina okubanga watambula. Ngagaya alemera yagama nkonako. That's why we need to be extra careful. And it's not the people that normally have something to look up to that stay there. Beba atunga agamba wonkonera koti ojja kumpulira. Ojja kumpulira. That's when you know that they have important people. Like, why would you be in the middle of the road in Golemeddeyo? I was told that Avensis comes with D4 engine, which is not good. No. All cars can come with a D4 engine, and the D4 engine is not really that bad. The problem with Ugandans is, especially the Ugandans of the past, because Avensis yajjadda, is that bayagala okunywa amafuta gebalowooza nti it's cheap fuel. Like, for example, if a Shell or a Total station is selling fuel at 5,000, and there's like a petrol station called Ather Energies that is selling fuel at 4,959 shillings. They think they are saving a lot by buying from Ather Energies. And Ather Energies can only like discount that fuel by adding a little paraffin. And for them, they did not care at that time. and that kept killing the pressure pumps. It kept killing the nozzles. It kept killing all those fuel system parts. It's probably the same reason why we have a problem with GDIs. We want to take fuel from wherever it's comfortable for us. Sometimes we let the car run out of your fuel. It will have a lot of trouble. The reason why some of our cars don't die is because it's because Emoroka buli bwesikasika egenda kuta fuel pump, eventually a 10 nozzle, eventually olutirwa nozzle, and you'll have a lot of trouble. So abantu bedda no gamba nti D4 is bad. Of course, because we are biased, I would also not drive a D4 engine. Okuja ngo emoroka njiguze raisi nnyo. Like emoroka, for me to buy emoroka ya D4, nakubanga njigula byafungula. Nga nguze ya chibi. You get, because I was also biased. I was told D4 is bad. So I know it's now, knowing what I know it's not really that bad, but I was biased. It's not really my fault. You get it? It's like how your parents can raise you up telling you people from that region are bad. They are this, they are this. You have to like work on yourself only. Go to stop thinking that. And the more people say it, the worse it gets. You know how people have been saying a good Muganda is a dead one, a good Obote said. They don't even know the context under which Obote said it, but because probably they have had bad experiences with Baganda, so they say Oraba no Obote yachiraba. Oraba, they don't know why Obote said what he said. I was arguing with a friend of mine some time ago. Ngagamba Abaganda babi bebe, and I asked him wakabera n'abacholi bameka. It's because you live among them. People are people. People can be bad. You get, and somehow the narrative has been pushed a lot more. You get it, because a lot of different things that push that narrative. So it's the same thing that happens with the D4 engine. Personally, I believe anyone can be bad. Yeah, it's not about tribe. It's not about height. It's not about color. It's not about, anybody can be bad. You get. I've worked with Europeans, and I've seen Europeans break up. Business is not going forward because one thinks the other betrayed him, the other did something they did not agree on, which is something that happens every day. So D4 engines are not that bad, but personally, I would also avoid it because, well, I've been biased. I have been biased. So let's just have this conclusion. Who should be buying a sedan? Who should be buying a hatchback? You're back? So let's conclude today's topic. So if you're a single person, you're looking for style or you baby, but at the same time minding fuel consumption, you guys go for a hatchback. Alex, Auris, Vitz, Paso, go for a hatchback. Okay, go for a hatchback. If you are a family person, someone that has a family, and periodically you take stuff along. For example, you have a farm, or you go to the market and you want to be able to load stuff in that car, you can go for a station wagon. The station wagon, these are extended hatchbacks. Extended hatchbacks. You can think about Spacio, you can think about Fielder, you can think about Paso Sete Wish, ISIS, and then you can also go for a van. Yeah, but if you are single or a family person and you don't care about fuel consumption, you don't even care about comfort, you go for the SUV. However, if you're one person that cares about comfort, I care about comfort, go for the sedan. If you can find a sedan that doesn't consume fuel, well and good. Our SUV, you don't really care about comfort, but you care about safety. SUVs are the safest vehicles ever. SUVs. Probably the one reason why government officials are inclined to SUVs. Yeah. The vans are for business people and people that are taking large groups of people. I don't know why a single person would be buying a van. Hatchbacks are for singles, students, and probably people with a very small family. Katinganzi. For me, I can fit in any car. Hatchback, sedan, blah blah blah. I can fit in any car. I don't need a van. I'll never need a van. And then if you are the kind of traders, estate. Now, price differences. The SUVs are very expensive, not because they have a lot of demand. They are very expensive because of the taxes that you have to the country. Hatchbacks are the second expensive category. Then station wagons will be also expensive. That's why but the people that I get cars from the Ford Raptors, whatever, I'll definitely drive them. It's for them, it's easy, as I don't have to endorse you. Compare for me Mark-X, Avensis, and Crown in terms of definitely Crown. I don't even need to compare. Crown, go for a Crown. Arthur, you forget to put the link I'm going to put today. Kamvo Kuduka. What is the difference between Toyota Estima and Toyota Previa? Previa is better. I know. I'm not clear about that. Previa is better. I know. I'm not clear about how the Previa looks, but it's not definitely not the Estima. Is it? If it looks like Estima has the engine in the same position, don't buy. I've seen the Previa. It might be the different region. We have two luxury breeds for now, Maltese and Japan. Owembo ya abagamba boss dog yosigenda gisoma comment ababadde babuuza ndoza mugisomye. Abavu abebigere twewulira nnyo era twagala batukoone then otusasule era stand bwe kibeera. Boss dog, did you share your phone number? Boss dog, share your phone number again. You write the first figure, put 2 spaces, write the next figure, tebagirabye number. Imperial Innocent, good morning. Mark-X or Mark-X version. Yes. Rama network is bad. I know the image for me today now is not very good. Should probably put like a filter. See, I put a filter. Let me put it off. Beden no more. Muyombia Mark Chigozi Stanley Kamukama Godwin Louis Hussein Munyanto Alistach Events. Stallon BK Paul Sema VIP Ruirika Isaac David Sembati Chigozi Stanley Juma Ali Baba Stach Events Lucky Mose George Senkubuge Lubura Chris Fitness. Boss Dog, Aramat Photography, Asha, Mikel UG, Richard AK, Jones Info VIP, Council Patrick Asiku, Ronald Muchwa, Henry Modern Juice, Charles Sebaduka, Akira, Kamokama Godwin, Enoka Himbisiwe, Semanda Raymond, Rama Charity Organization, Viva Aliba, Morad K Momo VIP, Nature's Pulse Photography. Fuel efficiency come from and engine durability. The 2.4 liter engine is fuel efficient but weak. The 3 liter is not fuel efficient but strong. Zakim Semanda, Kisambira Daniel Frederick VIP, Sale Kaziwe, Zas David Clergy, It's over Ivan. Baleta yo luyimbo olupya mu weekend zitasukka 3. George Bob, Imperial Innocent, Arahim Nation. Are you sure? Guys, mwena temulaba. Eno Mukamoli network etulivu na era don't. Guys, I don't take you for granted abali Mukamoli. Thank you very much. Hopefully tomorrow we'll use MTN tugezeko because this is Airtel. It might be bad because of the weather, but tomorrow katugezeko MTN. Yeah. Thank you very much for being part of the broadcast, guys. I wish a very lovely day. About our broadcast, or later on after it has been uploaded in the day, in the week, in the month. I don't take you for granted. Thank you very much for being part of For the Love of Cars. August. Yes. The Love for Cars convention is coming. May the good Lord bless you. Tell people about the channel. Tell people about the pre-purchase inspection service that I offer to keep this channel running. Yeah. Lubega Mark, yes. Joseph Bali Kudembe, yes. Abantu Magambe, balete minu inspection. Yani yaliangamba nti waliwo makanika abamvuluga tibalina kye batugamba. Nabagambye ndeta campaign ngenda kusiba yingi ninze mwennyini. Yes, ngenda kusiba yingi ninze mwennyini nnyini. Bamakanika abadde bavuluga bagirabe nga ngisibye ng'eyase ng'etokose ng'efuwa mazeeti. Mukama abampeera omukisa guys. I'll see you tomorrow, Market Tuesday. Timwirabira abalina business mujje mu marketing. Ciao.